Hello, my name is David Ray. I'm a member of Group 7 and this is my contribution to the major assignment. I'm delighted to be part of the business analysis and modelling module undertaken in Hanoi, Vietnam as part of the La Trobe University MBA. In my group there is Mr. Trung, Mrs. Hua and Mr. Dong. It's been a pleasure to work on this assignment with Group 7 and here is a summary of my content. Okay, our team undertook to discover more about the Vietnamese banking sector, which has grown rapidly over recent years. Currently 37 private banks operating in Vietnam, and there has been some significant confidence of crisis, which we're looking to explore and do some root cause analysis to enable the Vietnamese banks to forecast the future. So this assignment was put together by the team. And we look to provide some information, some detailed analysis as to how to forecast for the future. Following some crisis in Vietnam, there's been some arrests of some high-profile banking figures. For example, the Ocean scandal resulted in the jailing of several senior figures within the business. This module is attempting to enable senior executive teams and boards of directors to effectively forecast and support the future growth of the bank by analysing the services which will be required in terms of scale ranging from the deposit trigger, and thus enabling them to work on effective governance by forecasting the size of the deposits and enabling banks to facilitate effective governance moving forward. This would include the number of people employed within the banking system and also systems and measures. Our project is focused on BUA5BAM, which is the largest in Vietnam, and it's government owned, and particularly one of our team, Mrs. Hua, we're fortunate that she works in one of the branches, which has given us access to some fantastic data, which has been the underpinning document within our assignment. Data validation is discussed elsewhere within this module, but this clip stresses the data quality is important and prevents the concept of garbage in, garbage out. The reason we make this point is that any analysis of a forecasting assignment is very important to make sure the integrity of the data provides management with the answers to the questions that they want to unearth. This assignment focuses on quantitative data and the validation of such methods, so we'll be discussing how we use software. For example, this has become a key enabler, and the team has used different methods such as Excel QM and Solver and QM for Windows. These methods facilitate forecasting, but we must ensure that the correct and challenging scenarios are asked before we just go ahead and get the data. This means that the time value series from the data is important. We're focused on regression analysis, moving averages through the time series, and also exponential smoothing and of course trend analysis. Our data sets are displayed which enable further analysis to be made, and these are discussed in more detail by members of Group 7. Why do we forecast? Forecasting is crucial for governance. Vietnam Asset Management Company has been formed by the government in Vietnam to help repair the balance sheets of various banks because there's been quote dud loans made, which has enabled the repair of these balance sheets as a central strategy to restoring confidence in the banking sector. Additionally, international regulation is important so that Vietnam can have a high reputation for ethics and corporate governance. This will attract foreign capital into Vietnam, which is critical for the development of major projects, and it will also enable a culture of growth and create more jobs within the Vietnamese system. Our project focuses on the forecasting elements, and the BUA5BAM wants to lead the thinking in this area, so we want to equip the management team with our ideas for forecasting so that they can stop bribery and corruption, and the recent arrests support why this forecasting assignment is so important. Hope you enjoy the assignment, and thank you to the rest of the team. Thank you.
This year I will talk about strategy objective and about data need to make the forecast. Firstly, I will talk about strategy objective. It says that the banking system more impact is the development in the world economy in general and for the economic development and each country is particular. Along with the process of economic reform in Vietnam, an important role in the commercial bank has been confirmed with the development and the renewal of the service in order to meet capital requirement and the quality provide bank products for the economy and popular. To solve the problem concern of bank is how or mobilize social capital. However, the core objective of promotion saving deposit are deposits balance increase from the saving to meet objective of banking operation in each of periods. In addition, streamline mobilize capital structure is ability to balance between mobilization on the need to yield to fit the need and the connect of the your target market and internal capital of bank. In order to achieve the objective, on commerce bank need forecast of medium term 3 months into the future. The reason is that it have data to plan to give efficiently capital mobilization. Secondly, about the data need to make forecast. About Vietcombank Hoàn Kiếm brand within my workplace based in Hoàn Kiếm District Central Hà Nội capital in Vietnam. Vietcombank Hoàn Kiếm Vietcombank with one of the precious and substantial public company bring a lot of achievement for Vietnam economic. Found 15 years ago, Vietcombank is oldest commercial bank for external affairs in Vietnam with capital due to approximately 200 million USD. The bank has continued a set a leading position in the mobilized capital to meet credit need for the economic sector. Mobilized fund from the residents of Vietcombank has grown over the years, but the result has set leader in Vietnam leading bank. Vietcombank Hoàn Kiếm is not exception in this general context, with its then network of banks in the district of Hoàn Kiếm, the central Hà Nội capital, the mobilization of saving deposits increasingly fight competition and the torture. The meet the growth capital need a business and individual in the area. Vietcombank Hoàn Kiếm face new challenge. Difficult in mobilizing saving in Vietcombank Hoàn Kiếm should have an appreciation and the acknowledge the fact in order to offer solution in order to promote saving mobilization and complete the asset plan. Totally, we have a table in app below. The history data of the deposit for the last 36 months from May 2012 and to April 2015. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Dong from Group 7. And now I will continue our presentation with part B, make the forecast and implement the result. And as David has mentioned in part A, we will use 3 methods of the time series method. It's moving average, exponential smoothing, and trend projection to make the forecast with the set of data from Vietcombank that we have gathered. And first of all, for the make the forecast with the first model, moving average. And for this method, the basic idea is to calculating the average over of the data over a set of period of time, and then get the central average from that moving average in order to create a central trend line. And for the set of data of Vietcombank that we receive, firstly we will calculate using a 6-month moving average. As you can see, it can be seen from the image here. When examining the trend line, although there is a good fit with a significant level of exponential smoothing and R square result of 0.9164, however, this still can be argued as providing to greater variation, especially when considering the application is for financial financial management within a bank. And so therefore we do the second calculation, this time with the 12-month moving average. And as it can be seen on the screen here, any seasonality is likely to take place on the month of the year. And so from this figure, the linear relationship is created is better, and the R squares value this time is 0.962, and so therefore this one will more likely to create a more accurate result, forecasting result. And so above calculation is just the basic of the forecast. However, it is necessary to address the seasonal variation as well. So the assessment of seasonal variation is firstly undertaken by calculating individual seasonal effect, and this is undertaken by subtracting the central mean from the raw data. And having calculated the individual seasonal variation, then it is possible for us to calculate the average seasonal effect. And this one can be seen from the table on the screen here. From December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November. And because the aim of the forecast is for the next 3 months, and the current month that we have the data, the latest month that we have the data is April 2015. So 3 months after that is July 2015, and as can be seen here, the value is 38.76389, and that is the first model, moving average. And now we are moving to the next one, exponential smoothing. This method is quite simple to use. With the basic formula is the new forecast equal last period's forecast plus alpha multiplied by the difference between last period's actual demand and last period's forecast. With the alpha here is the smoothing constant that has a value between 0 and 1 inclusive. And for the set of data that we receive of BUA5BAM Hoàn Kiếm branch, we want to choose which smoothing constant is the best to make the forecast. And so we use the software QM for Windows, because this one has the function of finding the best value of alpha based on the MAD, either MAD or MSE. And after we run the set of data, we make the forecast with the QM for Windows. We get the result that the best alpha based on the MAD is 0.79, while however the best alpha based on the MSE is 0.85, and we want to evaluate the forecasting result based on MAD. Therefore we will choose the value of alpha 0.79, and after that we proceed to use Excel QM. We input all the data of the month, and with this method we use exactly 36 months, so 3 years prior to April of 2015. So it means from May 2012 to April 2015. We put all the data into Excel QM here. We choose the alpha value of 0.79. The forecast of the first month we choose is equal to the actual value of that month. It means 7,197 billion Vietnam đồng. And down here is the result of the next period. It means May of 2015, and the result is 8,960.65 billions VND Vietnam đồng. And also the XLQM program also issue a graph that so we can see here is the actual line and the forecast line, and we can see from the image here that these two lines are considerably similar. So it means that actually with this method and with this alpha value, the forecasting result can be quite reliable. And similarly, using the same method, the same calculation, we can find the value for the next 2 months. It means June and July 2015. However, because we do not have the actual value of these 2 months, so it's quite hard to adjust this after the first month being forecasted, which is May 2015. And you can see, it can be seen on the image here that the two results of the two latter months is similar, quite similar. All of them are 8,960.65 billion VND. And that is the first two methods that we forecasted. And the next method is chance projection, will be done by Mr. Chung.
Okay, now we are going to show you using the chain project model to analyze the one branch deposit of BUA5BAM to forecast some future value of the total deposits. Now we have some data here from the May of 2012 to April 2015. This is the time of point and total deposits. First of all, we have to understand what is the chain product model. In detail, here is a regression model. Regression model is one kind of the time series method analyzing the chance development of the firms. The enterprise products and services can be forecasted based on past data, previous data. There are two purposes of regression analysis that are to understand the relationship between variables and to predict the value of one based on the other. Nowadays, we can get more convenient from computer aid with some software such as Microsoft Excel or Excel for QM. Now we will demonstrate using the analysis tool of the Excel for QM to analyze, to predict some future value of the one branch deposits. Okay, we select the regression. Okay, now we will select X, Y variance. Now, okay, it ran here. And check the label. Check the reset 0 and reset 0 plus output range. We select the area to output the data. Yes, okay. Oh, that's great. Now we will consider some parameter from some output to 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 um, to make the decision. Now, first of all, we want to consider the multiple R. Here, multiple R equal to 0.92. It means that the forecasting accuracy is 92% with the statistic data points as standard error here is 238. And the most important thing we have to consider here is the intercept and the slopes is the time point here, because the formula to calculate the future value is the new forecast equal to the slopes sorry intercept back to slope multiply to the new time point. It means that the relationship is the linear. So from the formula we can calculate the 37, 38 and 39 month of deposit. Now with the equation here we will calculate the log to slope time to this one is intercept log to time to this one and let's multiply to this one. Okay, now we will reformat it for the same about. Oh no. Okay. That's okay. Now we will have some next month deposit is for the 37 is 9,074. 38 and 39 is as 9,126, 9,178. Okay, parameter we have to consider here is the degree of degree of significance and the sum of square errors here and regression or total. Yes. Another parameters we have to consider that is residual distributions, as has been shown above. The residual values fluctuate around the mean line. You can see here it is mean line, and some value fluctuates. Sometimes it's over, sometimes it's below the mean lines. It means that depend on Vietnam economic change that affect to the banking system, and of course the deposit is not accepted. In general, the deposit of the banker can fluctuate depend on many factors such as the government policy changing, the market changing, customer and habit, seasonal and so forth. As shown in the graph here, in Vietnam, after Tet festival Lunar Year, the deposit may be increasing because somebody can save some money and want to bring to the bank instead of do business. The other example we can see that is when the Vietnamese government or Vietnamese state bank release a new currency or finance policy that affect to the bank instantly, so that the deposit have changed as the government want to currency market get more stable. So our method maybe having the errors inner. Therefore, it is should be measured and evaluated to supervise how much is it correct. The Excel QM has a powerful tool to do it, as illustrated in the figure here. Having some value shows the accuracy of regression model that call forecasting accuracy. As being illustrated the graphs here, we should consider some value using to to evaluate errors such as MAD, mean absolute deviation, and SE, mean square error, and MAPE, mean absolute percent error here. I will zoom in to see more clear. Now we have average MAD equal to 167. So if this average of MSC equal to 53,354 and MIPE equal to only is 2.067, it means that or says that the errors of the pocketing is quite good. It means that the printing pocketing is different from real is a little bit. In addition, we can see here the correlation is equal to 92% and coefficient of the determination is 84%. It says that the forecasting based on previous data can be accepted.
And that is the end of our presentation, and thank you for your time.